Hey guys, I'm Mark with the Ovalrcteam. My friends at Park Lane Hobbies hooked me up with this awesome 8-scale car. It's a 4-wheel drive touring car, race car. It's made by Kyosho. This is the Inferno GT2 VE. It's an Audi R8 LMS. Today we're going to be doing the unboxing and then we're going to give it a test run. On the front of the box you'll see a picture of the car. It says ready set. This is an RTR. It's ready to run. All you will need is a battery and a charger that does not come with. On the sides of the box, you have a picture of the chassis and everything that comes along with the car. On each end of the box, you have a picture of the car and the model number. We'll take the lid off the box, remove the booklet, take a look down inside the box. We can see that this car takes up most of this box. It is an 8-scale car. Next, we'll remove this box here. This should have the radio inside. Carefully cut the tape on the cardboard. Inside the box we have a really nice Kyosho Synchro KT331P transmitter. Has a digital screen on the back, some buttons, and steering wheel in the front. Really nice looking controller. In the box with your transmitter you do have a bag with a wire and a Dean's connector on the end of it. This is in case you'd like to use one battery instead of two. The car is set up to use 2 LiPo batteries, and that's what we'll be using inside the car. Next bag has some wrenches. We have several Allen wrenches, a very large lug wrench with different sizes on each end, and a large lug T-handle wrench for your wheel lug nuts. We have the owner's manual, and I do recommend looking at that and reading through that before getting started. Another booklet with a parts breakdown of the car, information sheet, and we have a small bag with a small connector and a plastic rod. This is the bind connector. If your car would ever become disconnected from the radio, you can rebind the radio to the car by using this bind plug. Next we'll take the car out of the box. If you look down on top of the car you'll see 4 body pins, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. You want to remove those. Then you can remove the body. We'll set that aside. After you remove the body and look down on top of the car, you'll see 4 wire ties. Next you remove those wire ties. You can untwist the wire ties by hand, and then we should be able to lift the chassis right out of the box. When you lift the chassis out of the box, you're going to notice it has some weight to it. I do believe the chassis plate is aluminum. Front bumper is a thick piece of foam. Body mounts are plastic. Shocks are made of plastic with an aluminum adjusters and metal springs. The A-arms are adjustable. The rear at the front, the housing is made of plastic. The drive shafts are metal up front and at the rear and going out to each wheel. The servo is waterproof. Your motor is an Orion Vortex 8 brushless motor sitting off to the right side. Your ESC is an Orion RS that is splash proof. Right in front of that is the battery tray. And coming off your ESC is 2 connectors for your 2 2S LiPos that we'll be using. The rims are made of plastic. The lug nuts appear to be metal. And the tires feel like a hard rubber. And we'll take a look at the Lexan Audi body. See, they did a great job with the detail up on the front with the grille, the headlights. Decals look great. We look down the side of the car. We have product decals along the side at the bottom. Nice stripe up the side. Audi Sport V10 up in the front. On the back of the car we can see the detail of the rear lights. License plate. Does have a plastic rear wing, and it does have plastic mounts, and the mounts are adjustable so you can adjust this wing. If we flip the body over, you can see that it already has the light buckets installed, so you can easily install LED lights in this body. And we'll set the body back on the chassis again. That way we can take another look at what it looks like sitting down on top of the chassis. Okay, let's take the body off. Let's get the batteries inside and get ready to take this for a test run. Before we put the batteries in the car, you will need 4 AA batteries. We're going to install them in the transmitter first. At the bottom of the transmitter you have a door. Slide that over. Install your 4 AA batteries. Slide the door back into place. Next we'll install the 2S LiPo batteries, and I'm just using a Power Hobby battery, 5250C, 7.4 volt. I'll be using 2 of those. Open up the straps. Be careful how you set your batteries into place. And we'll set the second one opposite of the first. There is little cutouts for your wires for your battery. So make sure that your battery wires are not pinched in there, and then we'll go ahead and hook them up to the Dean's connectors. Next we'll put the Velcro straps over the LiPo batteries and make sure the batteries are secured. Now we have our LiPo batteries securely in place and fastened with the Velcro straps. Now we'll go over some of the controls on the transmitter. On the back of the transmitter you have an on-off switch. Sliding that over, we'll turn the unit on. Sliding it back, we'll turn it off. You have your steering wheel. Steering the wheel to the right, we'll turn the car to the right. Steering the wheel to the left, we'll turn the car to the left. Above that you have a steering trim switch. To the left of the wheel you have a throttle trim switch. On the handle grip at the very top you have a 3-position switch for 3 channels. Right in front of that you have your throttle. Pulling it back toward the handle, make the car go forward. Pushing it forward, we'll put on the brake. Pushing it forward again, we'll put the car in reverse. When you turn the power on the transmitter, the LCD screen does light up, and you will see the battery voltage of the transmitter at the top. It's 5.4 volts. You can press this button right here. Then you can scroll through the different settings of the transmitter. It does have dual rate steering. I have the steering at 100%, so it will steer all the way to the left and all the way to the right. You can slow the steering down a little bit by only going a little bit each way, just by lowering this number here. Then you can look through the other settings of the transmitter, and when you're done, just hit back, then you're ready to use your transmitter. Transmitter does have a switch on the back, and the book says if you move that switch that you will need to reposition your throttle servo to neutral again. Also has 2 charging jacks, although it's not used on this model. This model uses only the AA dry cell batteries only. We got the car out to our location. We're going to be doing the test. We're going to take the body off. We're going to turn the power on, show you guys how to do that. And then my driver Mark here, he's going to be running the car while I video the car. And yeah, let's see how it runs. Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, let's take the top off.
First thing you want to do is flip the switch on the transmitter. Make sure that your transmitter is on. Then we'll go over next to the car. And right next to the ESC is your on-off switch. We'll flip that to on. Got some beeping going on. The car looks like it's initialized and we're ready to go. So let's put the body pins on this and give her some test runs. Mark, we got a couple things to remember before we do this test run. All right, we're doing this unboxing for Park Lane Hobbies, okay?
Yes, Park Lane Hobbies is the greatest place on the planet.
Yeah, you guys can pick this car up at Park Lane Hobbies. He's going to have it on the shelf for you guys, and hopefully I can show you everything about this car, but we're pretty excited about this. But, Mark, let's not run her into one of the pylons, okay?
I'll try not to.
Okay. So right now what we got going on is Mark is taping a mini camera to the inside of the car, so hopefully we can get some in-car camera action. That's the mini camera right there. It does not come with the car. Right underneath that, I have my GNSS performance analyzer so we can read the top speed of this car, Mark. Okay,
so we're going to put the top back on.
Heck yeah.
The body.
Let's get that body on, get the pins in.
The thing is fast.
And ready to go. We are running on 2 2S LiPos today. Total 4S LiPos. That gives us a little extra power, doesn't it?
Yes, a lot of power. More power than you think.
Just 4 pins hold that body in place.
Yep. And the detail on this car is really...
It's awesome, isn't it?
Amazing. There it is.
Yeah, this thing looks so cool.
So we're gonna run this.
All right, let's get her going. This is a four-wheel drive car, so the car does drift up pretty good even out here on the asphalt. Now we're going to connect with the GNSS Performance Analyzer. Click on the app. We're going to use the track mode here. Hit start. And we're going to get a top speed on this car. Okay, Mark's going to turn up the throttle a little bit here and give us some high-speed runs. Accelerates really quick. First initial testing, we had it at about 40 miles an hour. We'll stop recording, read it. 39 miles an hour. Doesn't really seem that quick, but we're out here on this macadam here marking this short parking lot.
Yeah.
That's pretty quick, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty
Our max speed is 39 miles an hour. Average speed was 14 miles an hour. And 965 feet is the distance that the car went in our test session.
That's pretty quick.
Not bad. We did record 40 miles an hour earlier. So we did some speed test with this car here. We got 40 miles an hour out of it earlier with the GNSS Performance Analyzer. The handling seems really good with it. It does push a little bit when you're going top speed across this surface here without even messing with the suspension. This car looks beautiful with the LED lights in there, looking better yet, I think. I'm really happy with this car. 8-scale Audi R8 LMS. This thing's really cool, guys. So if you want to pick up this car, head on over to Park Lane Hobbies. They'll have it on the shelf for you. Tell them you want the car that you've seen on the Ovalrcteam, and Enzo will hook you right up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Join us on Facebook. That's the Ovalrcteam, and we'll see you next time.